Hello, friends. How's it going? This is Ash and Solar Movement. And I just got back from my studio and we had a really great class. And I thought, I want to come home. I'm really excited about it and record this sequence I taught today in my class. We are going to be working with balance, we're going to be working with strength, and we're going to be working with our mind, opening up and releasing. And this morning in my class, what we were talking about is sometimes when we work on a lot of strength in yoga, I think the mind can kind of go away into, is this yoga? But yoga is meeting that space in between the sensation and the thought. Yoga is meeting that space in between the thought into the sensation. Whatever comes first, whether it's sensation or feeling to thought, or it's thought to sensation or feeling, but it's that in between where we can really harness in that self-awareness, that unison with what's happening in that in between moment. Meeting it with breath, and that is where your practice truly begins. Is meeting it with breath so that you can sink into and feel the sensation so that you can tune out those thoughts that you're associating with that sensation that feels uncomfortable, that feels hard. And so when it comes to those moments when we're balancing and playing with our body and the shapes, notice that in between, right before the thought happens, or right before that sensation happens after that thought, just can you harness in and elongate that space by deepening your breath, elongating that space so that you can meet yourself there, soften down, and notice you. Come back to you in that moment, not to your thoughts, not to how you think you should be doing it or how you think you look or should look, but come back to that soul that resides inside of your beautiful bodies. With that being said, we're going to be starting in seat. I have a playlist. That's why my headphones are in. So I have a playlist to go along with this video today. I will link it in the bio. So go ahead and pause this video if you want to move along with music. You don't have to, but go ahead and find it and pause it and play and meet me in seat. I'm going to go ahead and play mine. Once you're seated, crisscross yoga sauce. You can start to deepen and notice your breath. Oh, and if you have blocks, please go ahead and grab them. Notice how you're feeling today, this morning. Can you drop your shoulders away from your ears? Can you tuck your chin closer to your chest? Separating the teeth, the top from the bottom row, and releasing the tongue from the mouth, the tip of the mouth, allowing it to fill the whole palate. Swallow, relaxing the back of the tongue. Inhale deeply, and exhale, sigh it out. Inhale deeply, and exhale, sigh it out. Inhale. And this time on the exhale, can you seal your lips, engaging the back of your throat, your Ujjayi breath, elongating the in and exhale. The sound is a sound as you're fogging up a mirror or a window. This Ujjayi breath is your breath that's going to carry you along for the next 60 minutes. Building and heating you from the inside out. Go ahead and softly open your eyes. Reach your arms up towards the sky Interlace your palms and flip, or your fingers, and then flip your palms towards the sky, opening up the chest, and maybe gazing up, pressing the belly to the back of the spine. And hinge over towards the right, pressing the left hip bone down, the left knee down, feeling that long lines of energy from the left hip bone all the way through the palms over towards the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go over towards the right. Same thing. Press the right knee and the right hip down. Gazing up towards the right, underneath your right shoulder. Inhale your arms up. Keep your fingers interlaced and just flip your palms facing your crown and just roll your hands forward, engaging your belly like you're in this cat position seated. Opening up the back body. Inhale, flip the palms towards the ceiling, opening the chest, looking up, finding this mini back bend. And exhale, rounding the spine, pushing your palms away from your face. Inhale your arms up. And exhale your hands to your sides. Roll your shoulders up and down. Shake out your hands, releasing any tension that could be residing in your shoulder tips, your elbows. Just releasing. Drop your right hand down. Maybe scoot it more towards the right and extend your left arm up. Then out over towards the right. Inhale your arms up, and from here you're going to twist over behind you, pressing your right hand into the outer left knee or thigh and twisting over towards your left. Bring your arms up. Inhale your left hand down, extend through the left with your right hand, then swing your arms up and finding that twist over towards your right. When you twist, press the belly button into the spine to find that deeper stretch. Pressing your hand into the outer knee. Reach your arms up. Breathing in, gather your palms to center and bring them down to your chest. Close your eyes. Take a second. Breathe in. Place your palms on your knees and find a few neck circles here so you can drop your right ear to your right shoulder and draw your chin down. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And go over towards your right. Move slowly here. Just opening up the neck, the back. And finding full circles here, drawing a circle with your nose. Move with your breath, your ujjayi. Switch directions. Find stillness. And we're going to do some soft breath work here. It's called Espresso shot. We're going to do it very quickly. And it's going to energize you and bring you back into the present moment, back into your body. So what it's going to sound and look like, you're still unseated. You're going to inhale twice through your nose and out through your mouth twice. So it's going to sound like this. All right, when you're ready, breathe fully in first. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale, empty everything out. Inhale to begin. Keep going. In, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. Five more rounds. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Last one, out, in, breathe in. Hold, fill all the way up. Hold the air in at the top of your chest, the tip of your nose. Hold. With holding here, release your shoulders. For 3, 2, 1, relax down. Empty everything out. Empty, 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 and hold at the bottom of the breath. Hold on empty. For 3, 2, 1, inhale, breathe in. And exhale, release the block if you're sitting on it and come onto your mat. Facing your feet towards the front of the mat. Hands are going to be facing your glutes, the front of the mat, and you're going to find this crab reverse tabletop. So pressing into your hands, lifting your hips up, stretching the shoulders, and just hinge forward and back. Opening up, you can press fully into your hips, maybe dropping your head. And then dip your hips down with your left heel still on the ground. Reach your right leg up and around, placing your right ankle onto your left thigh. Press your left foot into the earth and press into your left foot, sending your hips high again for this figure 4 reverse tabletop. Press the right knee down, flex the right toes, and just hinge forward and back. You can come onto your left heel, come up, left heel, flexing the left toes, and pressing the right left toes back down. Finding any fluidity and mobility here that feels good. Dropping your bottom down, placing your right heel down, bring your left foot onto your right thigh, finding that figure 4 on this side. Hinging forward and back. Pressing that left knee down, flexing the left toes. Bring that left heel down. Press your hips up. And then roll your hips back beside your hands. Keep your hips lifted. Press into your palms. You can have blocks underneath. Flex your right toes for 3, 2, 1. Lower your seat down. Sit your bones down into the earth. Root down and rise your hands up towards the sky. Bend your knees and chest to your thighs. Hinge forward. And then you're going to round back up. Inhaling up. And exhale, roll forward. Inhale, round up, bring your arms up, and exhale, round forward, stay here. Maybe release your knees. Remember, chest to thighs, not forehead to knees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, place your hands down. Move your knees and your feet forward. Crawl your hands to your heels. Knees are bent. Press into your feet to roll your hands forward to forward fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Inhale, halfway lift, shins or blocks. Exhale, fold. Maybe wrapping your hands behind your calves, bending your knees generously, sending your chest to your thighs, hinge forward. Place your hands onto your back so your fingers are facing down. I'm pressing the bottom of my palms into the bottom of my back, and I'm leading with my heart. So I rise up, pressing up. Elbows are facing back behind me, pressing my shoulder blades together, sending my hips forward, squeezing my glutes, sending my heart up, head down. Inhale, come up. Reach your arms up. Breathing in, roll out the wrist, shake out your hands, and exhale, hinge at the hips, bend your knees forward, fold. Place your hands down and step back into high plank. We're going to be working on our Chaturanga here because sometimes we just got to. Find your block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Find something that can meet your chest halfway. So guys, look. First, before you venture with me, find your block and look at me. Come into your high plank or your knees. Hinge forward. My palms are underneath my shoulders. I'm spreading my fingers. And I'm meeting my block where I think my chest is going to go. So I'm going to bring that up a little bit. I'm internally rotating my elbows. My whole elbows are going to glide down the sides of my body. Bending at finding the shelf. My chest is meeting the block. That's when I push back up. So full variation. Hinge forward slightly. Bend, finding a 90-degree angle in my arms. Press up. Different muscles. It's a lot safer though. So, and then once you do that push up halfway down and finding the option of back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog. So hinge forward, coming down, touch the block, untuck my toes, press into the block, sliding my feet tips towards the front, opening my shoulder blades are down the back. This is for upward facing dog, always for cobra. You can drop your thighs and your knees, pressing up. And then for downward facing dog, send your hips up and back. Back is long, spine is long. You can keep the heels lifted at the backs of your body. Are a little tight. And take a moment here, walk your dog, dropping and lifting each heel. Release the shoulders away from your ears. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. So find stillness in the down dog. And if you need to, you can find hands on top of your blocks. I will show you. So bring the ground closer. Sometimes some of us have short arms, and that's okay. So finding my down dog, I'm going to place them here with balance. I'm going to widen my feet, pressing into the blocks or the mat, sending my chest towards my thighs. And then I'm going to I'm going to bring my feet closer. Lift my left toes off the earth, any amount that feels good. And I'm going to lift my right hand off the earth, pressing into the left hand and then into the right foot. Drop it down. Lift your right toes. Lift your left hand. Nice job, guys. Drop them down, the downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up towards the ceiling, finding three-legged dog. Press into the left palm. Try not to collapse into that right shoulder. Then bend the knee to open up the hip. Inhale brings that knee higher. Exhaling brings that heel closer towards the opposite glute. Option is stay still, or you can find a few knee circles, taking up space. So roll the knee into a circle. Drawing it the other way now. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring that right foot on the outside of your right hand. Finding the slow lunge. Inhale, pelvis down, or no, actually keep your hips lifted. Press into the right toes. Bring that right knee in closer to the outer right arm. And then tuck your left toes in a little bit more towards the middle of the mat and straighten both legs. Bring the left toes out more, finding that low lunge. And then walk your left hand more towards the left side, hinging over towards the left. My shoulder is above my left wrist. I'm going to reach my right arm up. And then exhale, come onto the outer edges of your feet, hinging your left hip down, reaching towards the back. Opening that right knee slightly. Press up, low lunge. Exhale, twist open towards the back, dropping that left hip. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, finding low lunge. Exhale, placing that right hand on the inside of your right foot, dropping that left heel over towards the right, and finding extended side angle. So your options to be on a block. Extend that left arm out towards the front. Finding any option. Hand can be on the mat or a block. Keeping that right knee bent, 90-degree angle. Breathe here. Gazes up. If you have a block, try not to rest into it. Find that levity. Find that lightness. Inhale. Stay on the exhale. Bend that front leg Open up more for triangle. Bumping that left hip up and forward. Arms are parallel with one another. Remove that block from your leg, and you're just going to swing your left arm up to meet your right, up towards the ceiling, pivoting the back toes towards the front, bending your right knee, finding high lunge, crescent, sending that heart forward. Squeeze into the left glute and scissor your legs together. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, expand through the spine. And on the exhale, swim your left arm forward, right arm down and around behind you for this twist. Option to stay in this twist or touch your right hand toward the back of your left leg and reaching your left arm forward and up. Spin your arms forward, freeing your right foot, and step back into Chaturanga. Remember that block, where that block would be. Lower halfway, untuck your toes, swim your heart forward and up, and then downward facing dog using the core. Gaze forward, breathe in. And exhale, step or hop towards the front into Malasana. So you can step, step, step. Feet are wide, heels are in. Drop your hips low. And then if you're hopping, down dog, coming forward, adding that Malasana. We're going to do it 5 times. So do 3 more. Pressing into your hands, maybe hovering right before your feet touch the ground at the front. Bending your knees. Malasana. Finding Malasana. Heels are in, toes are out. Press your palms at prayer. Opening your knees with your outer elbows. Hinge forward and back. Pressing down into your heels. Breathe in. Exhale, press up into stand. Open your chest, prayer. Exhale, palms to your side, heel toe your feet, hips width distance apart. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, send your hips forward, opening your chest. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, prayer, fold down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back and choose your Chaturanga. Beautiful job, my friends. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, stick out the tongue. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Find your knee circles here. Press into the right hand. Do not collapse into the right shoulder, y'all. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring that left foot on the outside of the left hand. Hinge forward and back. Connect that inner left knee with the outer left tricep. Chest is wide, hips are lifted. Hinge over towards the right. Walk your hand a little bit off the right side. Shoulder over left, right wrist, Lift your left arm up. Option to stay here or finding that twist, sending that left hand behind you and coming up to the outer edges of your feet, dipping that right hip down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, twist it 2 more times. Inhale, come back around. Bring your right toes in a little bit and find straightening both legs. Hinging into the middle. Walk your right toes back a little bit. Placing your left hand on the inside of your left foot. Press the arm and leg together. Drop the heel over towards the right and lift your right arm up. For extended side angle, extend the fingers towards the front. You can be on your block. You can rest your left arm on your left thigh. Squeeze every muscle into your body. Press into the outer right edge of the right foot. Straighten the left leg, triangle, lifting the arm back parallel with the left. Come back to the breath. What's happening in between sensation and thought? Bend the left knee, 90-degree angle. Swim that right toes and right arm forward for your crescent. Sink a little lower. Muscle to bone. Inhale, expand through the spine. Exhale, twist, opening the left arm up and around towards the back. Right arm is forward. Look and gaze behind you. Scissor the legs together. Yes, you can. Stay here or drop that left hand behind you onto the right thigh, extending the right arm up. Now hinge forward, swim your arms down, frame your left foot, step back, Chaturanga. Option to always drop your knees. Do a child's pose. Meet me in downward facing dog. Choose your own adventure, y'all. Meet yourself where you're at. Don't be so hard on yourself. Inhale through your nose. Stick out the tongue, exhale. Bend your knees, chest to thighs, gaze forward. Take 5 more of those Malasana yogi squats. So press forward, bend down. Remember, you can step. So 4 more. Bend. Nothing wrong with increasing the heart rate. Don't be afraid of it. Breathe. Last one. Bend. Malasana. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Press into your heels. Press up using the strength of your legs. Exhale your palms to center, heel to toe your foot. Your feet back underneath your hips. Roll your shoulders up and back, palms facing forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale your arms up. Send your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Cactus your arms. Baby back bend. Inhale. Exhale. This time, swan dive with your heart, leading with your heart forward. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands and choose your Chaturanga. Building strength. Don't be afraid to use your muscles. Inhale and down dog. Exhale, this time flutter the lips. Inhale your right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Option to stay here or find wild thing by dipping the right toes behind you over towards the left, pivoting the back heel and the left toes to face the back, lifting your right arm up, sending the hips and heart high. If you want to play with balance here, maybe lifting the right toes off of the earth. Play around. Woo! Nice. Pivot back around, 3-legged dog. Lift that right leg high. Exhale, bring on outside of your right hand. Hinge more into the left, lean over towards the left, reach your right arm up. And then exhale, drop your right hand down on the inside of your right foot. Squeeze the knee into the arm. Drop your left heel down. Find your extended side angle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Inhale, bend the right knee, twist forward, finding your high lunge, your high crescent. Send your heart high, bend the right knee. Inhale, expand from the spine. This time on the exhale, ground down through your right leg and find warrior 3 airplane, shifting your arms back behind you, left leg lifts. Maybe you can find your blocks here for support. Meet your body where you're at today. Spiral the left toes down. Hands can be at prayer, on blocks, reaching behind you, maybe teeing them out, or maybe reaching them in front of you. Drop your left toes down. Drop your left hand down, reach your right arm back up. And bring your left toes in a little bit more and straighten both legs. Find your blocks, reach your arms forward again, lifting your left leg back off the earth. Lift your hands off the blocks and send that left leg in front of you, standing and balancing on your right. Reach the arms high, bend the left knee, flex the left toes. Now grab your left knee with your hands, squeeze them in, interlacing your hands. I'll face y'all. Now option to stay here, or you can grab it with your right hand, extending your left hand up towards the sky. This is a beautiful option. Bend the right knee slightly, squeeze the right glute, and find a focal point, a drishti point. That will help you stay balanced. And then maybe swim your left arm down and around behind you. Squeeze everything into the middle. Another option, you can stay here, or you can find your right peace fingers and grab that big toe and finding a full version of dancing Shiva. Release the foot, keep it lifted, reach your left arm to meet your right. And then exhale, send it back behind you, touch the ground with your fingers, sending that left leg up for standing half splits. Inhale and exhale. Can you walk your hands closer towards your standing right leg? Bend the left knee towards the right glute and maybe grab that foot with your right hand, finding a gentle quad stretch. Release it and then plant that left foot down to meet your right. Send your hips low. Send your hips low, hands in front of you. Send them down to touch the ground and seat. Lift your arms up and find Navasana. For 10, squeeze everything together. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, roll forward, find your high plank, and lower down into Chaturanga. I'm using my knees. Inhale, choose your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, stick out the tongue. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Remember, option to stay here, or you can dip those left toes behind you, straightening the right, finding wild things, sending the hips and heart high. And play around with that balance, maybe lifting the left toes off of the ground. And then pivoting back over slowly, lifting that left leg up, three-legged dog, and sending it forward on the outside of your left hand. Reach over towards your, or lean over towards your right side, shoulder over wrist, lifting that left hand up. Exhale, dropping that left hand on the inside of your left leg, dropping the right heel down and opening up into that extended side angle. Straighten the front leg triangle, paralleling the arms. Bending the left knee, swoop forward, finding that high lunge. Exhale, twist open towards the left, squeeze your inner thighs together, gaze behind your left fingertips. Drop your left hand onto the right thigh, reach your right arm up. And then exhale, drop your hands to frame your left foot, bring your right toes in, and straighten the left leg and the right leg. Inhale, gaze forward, ground down through your left toes and reach your right leg up behind you, finding that airplane. Maybe hands are at prompt prayer this time, or you can reach them in front of you, finding that full variation. Spreading the left toes wide. Yes, you can. Breathe in. Then exhale, bring that right knee through center and hovering your right knee and right foot, lifting your arms up. Standing on the left leg, balancing here. Interlace your fingers around your right knee this time. Hinge it in. Keep it hit, place it. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm just gonna keep going. Grab your right knee with your left hand, reach your right arm up, breathe in, and then exhale, swing it up and behind you. Option to stay here or grabbing it with your left piece fingers and extending your right leg, squeezing everything into the midline. Keep the leg lifted, lift your left arm, and exhale, swim your right arm up towards the sky. Bring that leg right behind you for the airplane. Dropping your hands down, finding balancing half splits. Maybe here you can reach your left arm behind your left calf, or maybe in your right. Place your hands back down if they were finding that balance. Bend your right knee and reach for your foot with your left hand, finding that quad stretch. Release your foot, bring it back to meet your right, hinge your hips low, send them low, reach your arms in front of you. Nice, come down to your sit bones, send your legs forward, Navasana, both those again. This time, lower your heels down and your back and lift up. 4 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, lift up for 3, 2, 1. Place your feet down, lean forward, wrap your shins with your hands and drop your head onto your knees. Tuck your chin in. Breathe. Bring your head up, cross your ankles, lower your back down, and just roll up and down into the spine. Fluttering out the lips. And then roll forward, find tabletop. And let's practice with our heart openers. So grab a block if you have it, just place them to your side, framing you. We're going to first start with camel. So come onto your shins, lift your hips high. First variation is palms pressing into your lower spine, fingers facing down. Squeeze the elbows together, shoulder and chest is open. Press your hands into your lower back, squeeze your glutes. Lean back first, and then open the chest and then drop your head down. Inhale, comes up. Exhale, settle. Choose that variation again if that feels good. Press your palms into your back, lean back, squeeze your glutes, hips forward. Lean back, drop your head. Remember, you can stay here or you can drop your hands on your blocks, bringing them closer to the outer edges of your feet. Choosing whichever option feels good. Pressing to lift up, or you can press your hands into your feet, lifting up. Breathe. To get out of it, press your hands back into your low back, then roll forward into a child's pose. Reach your fingers forward. Settle your breath. Beautiful. And if this is too much on your knees, please choose the options that work for you. You can take a child's pose, go any amount further back, that feels fine. Be careful. Be kind to yourself and your body. Reach your torso back up, and now we're going to take hero's pose. So bring your knees together. There are options for this. If you've never done it before, have blocks or try camel pose again, like the supported one. For hero's pose, knees together, bring your feet out to the sides of your legs. Roll your calves out. So you're dropping your thighs in. You can have a block underneath your sacrum, and you can have a block where your back is going to go. Or you can be on the earth already. So you're doing this. You're leaning back, bending your elbows, bending them closer and closer towards the ground. So your option can still be here, pressing your hands into your back of your feet again, or maybe taking the full variation. For learning purposes, I will be on my blocks. Arms can still be at the sides, or you can reach your arms behind you and interlacing your hands on opposite elbows. Close your eyes. Take 4 deep breaths here. Rest into the sensations. Notice if your body is tightening up. Can you breathe into it? But if it's painful, please carefully get out of it. Nice. Bring your hands back to your sides. Press into your elbows to slowly bring you up and find child's pose once again, or puppy pose, lifting the hips and tucking the toes. Press into your hands to lift you up and send your legs back so that you can lay onto your belly. Place your hands underneath your face, like stacking your arms, dropping your forehead down, and wag your hips from left to right, releasing the lower back. Tee out your arms in line with your chest, drop your forehead down, lift your right leg up towards the sky, and bend your knee, opening up towards the left, pressing your left palm into the earth. Option to keep that right hand grounded and rooted right towards the right, or you can tip the fingertips, lifting the right elbows up, or bring that right hand behind you for the bind. Bring that right hand back around, that right leg back around. Rest your right cheek on the mat and shake your hips left to right. Ground down through your right hand, lift your left leg up, bend it, scorpioning over towards the left. Press down into the right palm. Whichever option you took on the right side, take it on the left. Bring that left hand back, left leg back, and then stack your arms opposite again. So if your right was on top, do the opposite, left on top, and shake your hips left to right. Take a breath in and sigh it out. Don't be afraid of your sound, your voice. Do what feels good. You're safe. And then bend your left knee, bring it out towards the left for a half frog variation. So my left feet are flexed, and scoot that left knee further away from your body to find a deeper stretch. You can always bring it closer towards you. Bring it out as much as it feels good, and just rest your forehead back down. Bring that left leg back in. Cross opposite arms again. Drop your forehead down. Now your right knee bent, finding half frog. Breathe deeply into these stretches. Release your shoulders, your jaw, your neck. What's happening in between the thought and sensation? Can you meet it with grace and with your simplest breath ever? And this time, as you bring your right leg back in, you're going to shift over towards your back. So you're bringing that right leg around, laying onto your back, and bringing that right knee into your chest and left leg's long. And finding a half happy baby here. Bend your right knee, and reach into the inside of your right leg. You're reaching for the outer right edge of the foot, squeezing that right knee down. Using that left hand to gently guide your left hip down. You can stay static here if that feels good, or you can straighten it and bend it. You can bring it out towards the side. Getting a fun stretch. And then walk your right hand onto the inner of your right foot. Bring it in and reach for the outer right foot with your left hand, bending it and bringing it over towards your left for a twist. Gazing past your right. Your arm can be cactus or parallel, teed out. Inhale, and on the exhale, press your belly into a spine for a deeper twist. Notice how your breath is. Is it shallow? Bring your right knee back into your chest. Bring your left to meet your right. Give yourself a little squeeze. Extending the right leg long, keeping the left knee in, and finding that half happy baby on the left side. Pressing that right hip gently down with the right hand. And remember, you can stretch out the left leg. And then bringing that left knee back in through center, reaching for it for the right hand, finding a gentle twist over. And looking towards your left. Bring that left knee in, back through center. Bring your right to meet your left. Press your sacrum down into the mat, bending your knees. You're wrapping your arms around your knees or your shin. Breathe in. And exhale, round your forehead to your knees. Press up, press into your knees, forehead to knees, knees to forehead. Then exhale, gently release everything down. Taking up space, displaying out your feet, your arms, opening your chest up. And do whatever feels good for your Shavasana. You can place a block underneath your head, underneath your chest, or you can be in Baddha Konasana with blocks underneath the outer knees, outer thighs. Choose your own adventure. Do what feels good. Find a shape that will allow you to rest fully. Now inhale, breathe all the way in, fill all the way up. And exhale, sigh. Do a quick body scan and notice if there's any more tension left in your body. And you bring your awareness to it and inhaling. And on the exhale, visualize it dispersing out, releasing heavier into the earth. Thank you guys for coming. Take as much space as you need. Take as much time as you need. If you want to stay in Shavasana for a lot longer, this is where I'll leave you. feel free to stay. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you be at peace. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on the video, and let me know if you want anything in particular or specific. I would love to know. Thank you. Be well.